தம்பதியினுடைய நல்ல ஆதரவினாலே த ஹோலி டெய்டிஸ் ஆஃப் சைவம் என்கிற தலைப்பில் நாம் சிவபெருமானுடைய பல்வேறு மூர்த்த நிலைகளை தொடர்ந்து சிந்திப்பதற்கு திருவருள் கூட்டியிருக்கிறது. This is an English serial giving the details of the various deities available for prayer, pujas in Saivam. As a matter of fact, even though so many pictures are available in the art form, only prescribed forms of Lord Shiva are to be prayed by the devotees. That is why we insist that any form of Lord Shiva that has not been approved in Agamam, we should not be taken for our prayer or puja. In temples, there are murtams, and we can also find in the final murtam or the Shivalingam in Karuvarai, that is called, as a matter of fact, that only is called temple. The other complex is called Alayam. So in the temple we find there the formless form of Lord Shiva, which is called Shivalingam. This is a unique representation of the Murtam in Saivam. You can find God in the form state or formless state. In some religions, they offer their prayer or they worship their Lord, their God in the formless state. But most of the religions which accept the existence of God will have their own form of the form of Lord, form of God, their God, and they will offer their prayers. They will worship the Lord. But in Saivam, a special unique deity is the formless form state. Formless form state. In the formless form, it is called Aru Uruvam. Form is called Uruvam. Formless state is called Aruvam. In between, bridging the form and formless states, there is another state in Saivam called Shivalingam, which is formless form state. As a matter of fact, we are supposed to focus, or we are supposed to converge our worships in the day, in due course of time. In due course of time, we have to converge our worship, converge our pujas to a focal point wherein we don't have a special form for Lord Shiva, but it is available in the formless form state. Now from there, you have to go inside your body, that is Aham. These pujas are performed externally, but there are pujas to be performed internally also. Because of the maturity, the devotees develop their skills, develop their method of prayer to be performed within themselves. Saivam insists that the Lord Shiva is available in the formless state or form state or formless form state. Lord Shiva can be prayed in all these three states depending upon the maturity of the devotee. If you are able to concentrate, if you are able to focus your attention on Lord Shiva with the deity, then you are supposed to offer your prayer with the deity in front of you, focusing your attention, performing your puja, and developing your love status. All pujas, all prayers, they mean their ultimate goal is to develop our love for God. See, we very well know that whatever we offer is not virtually, as a matter of fact, practically speaking, whatever is offered to him is not physically taken over by him. We consider that by offering, by sincere love, when we make the offer, with the sincere love, when we make the offer, God definitely accepts it. That's our idea. Even though it is, practically speaking, it is available even after the dedication or even after the puja, we accept that, we know that it has been accepted by Lord Shiva and he has taken it, he has consumed it, he has tasted it. All these things we know. வேட்டவி உண்ணும் விரிசடை நந்திக்கு காட்டவும் யாமிலோம் காலையும் மாலையும் ஊட்டவி யாவன. That's what Tirumular says. ஊட்டு அவி. ஊட்டவி என்று, when we say that we offer this thing to Lord Shiva, this fruit, we very well believe that God has accepted my offer. He has taken it. So if you go to saints, if you go to sacred people, if you go to them, if you go to the mentors, if you go to the very goddess nature people, if you go to them, and if you want to get their blessings, you will go with the fruits to him. You will offer fruits to him. He will accept. But you can notice that he will not consume, or he will not eat, he will not take. He is not going to eat 1 dozen apples, 1 dozen bananas, 1 dozen oranges that you are going to offer him. Can anyone consume all these things? No, you very well know that he will not eat all these things, and he knows also that these things are offered as just an offering. What he will do? He will say that he will just show the symptom that he has accepted. He will just touch his hands over it, and he will he would be putting it aside. What he will do in future? He will be distributing all these things when visitors are coming. He will give them 1 fruit and 1 orange, 1 apple. All these things he will just distribute to the devotees coming to see him as prasadam. You offered him, but it was distributed by him as prasadam. So likewise, God, when you offer, he will accept, but subsequently you have to distribute it as prasadam to other devotees. Strictly speaking, you are not supposed to consume it. You should not taste it, you should not eat it, you should not consume it. The prasadam should be distributed to the other devotees. That is why it is called a prasadam. You should also accept a prasadam from the temple which you have not offered. But I don't know how far people will accept this, or people are doing this, I don't understand. Because whenever they perform some puja, they are bringing the one portion of the prasadam, shakara pongal, elumicham sadam, lemon rice, tamarind rice, curd bath, all these things when they offer, they will take a portion of them to the house for distribution to others. But strictly speaking, we are not supposed to bring them to our home. It should be distributed there itself, and it should not be consumed by ourselves because it is prasadam. You have offered already to the Lord, that's all. So he is to distribute it to other devotees. So you must see to it that it is being distributed to other devotees. Okay. So likewise, why I am telling this is the prayer, the offer of the prasadam, offer of fruits, or all these things we are doing externally. But internal puja also, we are doing nivedanam, we are offering him prasadam, we are offering him nivedanam. In turn, we are getting prasadam from him. All these things are going on. So, in temples, in Lord Shiva, he takes the form of formless form state, Shivalinga. It's a very special, unique type of deity. Even though by deity we mean Maheshwara Murtangal, still the primary deity in a temple is Shivalinga, as we already described. So we have been discussing various Shivalingams of special nature. Shivalingam is itself a special nature, a special form of Lord Shiva. You cannot find in the whole world such a state for any other god in any other religion. Saivam stands apart in this aspect. So it gives a formless form state for Lord Shiva. Here we have discussed the different identifications or different indications or different notions about this formless form state. Anyway, they don't think that all temples have a similar formless form. So all Shivalingams are same, all Shivalingams are of same kind, that we should not come to the conclusion. Every temple has a unique form of Shivalingam. The shape of the Shivalingam are different and are unique in nature in every temple. The temple nature, the nature of the temple, the principle of the temple, or the mainstream of the temple, or the main theme of the temple. Every temple has its own theme. Every temple has its own concept. If you just take Thirugnanasambandar, definitely you will come to definitely you will jump to the conclusion that temple denotes to null away, to drive away our fear for the Yaman. Is it not? Yaman, the death god. Is it not? He brings death to every soul. He is the person responsible for taking away the soul from the body. In an appropriate situation, in an appropriate method, he will take away the soul from the body. He is the authority to execute this. Is it not? So we will be afraid of him. We will never want to see him. Is it not? People may not be afraid of God. People may not be afraid of Shivan, but they will be afraid of Yaman. Is it not? Some people even won't, some people won't even pronounce that name. But anyway, he is the person highly related to us, is it not? Brahma and Yaman, both of them are very much related to the soul. Brahma brings us to this world, Yama takes us from this world. These people are tirelessly doing this job, bringing all the souls to the world and taking them away from the prapancham. This is going on. So these two people are, whether we like it or not, they are the most connected people for souls. We want to get away from the clutches of these two people. We want to get away from these people and to get under the cover of Lord Shiva. That is what Markandeya did. On the final day, he paid the full-hearted, fully devoted, 100% devotion of puja. Lord Shiva appeared and drove away the Yaman. Need not come, you need not come, I will take care of him. You understand? Okay? So what you understand out of this is the Shivalingam, a unique way of praying, offering the prayer to Lord Shiva is to be praised, is to be admired only in Saivam. Each temple has its own concept, I have told you. Each temple has its own theme. One temple is quite different from another temple. There may be similarities. There may be some things to be compared. There may be some things to be compared. But the theme will be unique. In each and every temple, the theme is unique. Thirukadavur theme is different. Thiruvarur theme is different. Thiruvaiyar theme is different. If you go to any other temple, Shivan temple, the particular theme you must be. That is why whenever you are visiting a Shivan temple, be alert, be informed. Be informed that real theme of the temple. You must be understanding the theme of the temple and then make the visit to the temple. Then only you will be able to appreciate the temple. For example, in the last session we discussed the Tiruperindurai. I gave you a lot of details about Tiruperindurai, and by now you would be able to understand what is the basic theme of that temple. That formless form state is quite different, unique from other temples. There you have to conceive, there you have to consider yourself the Shivalinga Banam, even though it is not available to the naked eyes. It is there, of course. So, the uniqueness, we must be able to appreciate the theme, we must be able to appreciate. Today, we are going to discuss about a unique temple, another unique temple of Lord Shiva called Sirkazhi. Sirkazhi is in Tanjore district previously. Now it is in Nagapattinam district, in Nagapattinam district. Once upon a time it was in Tanjore district. Now recently when they bifurcated, they formed new districts. Nagapattinam has become another district. Sirkazhi was included in that. Anyway, Sirkazhi, it is near to Chidambaram. It is nearer to Sidambaram. Sirkazhi, a very famous temple for Lord Siva in Tamil Nadu. In Saiva map of temples, the Sirkazhi finds a prominent place. It occupies a prominent spot. Once I say Sirkazhi, all Saivats will immediately think of our great Thoniappar. Is it not? Thoniappar's birthplace is Sirkazhi. He was a child prodigy. At the age of 3, he was fed milk by goddess Periyanayi in the temple. In the temple, if you can just see, there was a small hill. It is called Kattu Malai, small hill, artificial hill, they say. Hill-like thing, but it is an artificial hill, wherein atop you can make darshan of Thoniappar and Periyanayi. Thoniappar and Periyanayi. This Thoniappar and Periyanayi, they only came and they fed our Thoniappar Peruman when he cried for his father. When his father immersed in the water to perform puja, on not seeing him, the child started crying, calling out Amma, Appa. So, hearing that voice, Lord Siva with Ammai appeared before him. And Lord Siva directed goddess Periyanayi to feed the child with sweet milk. It is saying Jnanapal, milk of wisdom, milk of wisdom. That completely changed the life of that child. Is it not? வாரினங்கு திருமுலைப்பால் வள்ளத்து கரந்தரளி உன் அடிசில் என ஊட்ட எண்ணறிய சிவஞானத்து இன்னமுதம் குழைத்தருளி. So this happened in this temple. As a matter of fact, this temple, this incident in the temple, this great incident that occurred in this temple caused a great change in Saivam in Tamil Nadu. What an enormous effect it had. So Sirkazhi is responsible for us to get a Tirumurai's Devaram from Thirugnanasambandar. The valueless, you cannot value it, priceless, valueless. Devaram was uttered by Thoniappar Peruman on that occasion, on that day in Sirkazhi, in this temple. That is why in between Brahmapureeswarar and Thirugnanasambandar, you can find the deity of Thirugnanasambandar. You can find the Murugan in between Lord Siva and Goddess Shakti. This special Murtam we discussed already, Somaskandar. In the Somaskandar form, Thoniappar is there in between Brahmapureeswarar and Thirunilai Nayagi. Thirunilai Nayagi is the name of the goddess in Sirkazhi. So whenever we offer our prayers, the devotees are supposed to perform their pujas for the three state of levels. That is, offer the prayer to your Guru, offer the prayer to your Shivalingam, offer the prayer to the Maheshwara Murtam. Maheshwara Murtam is the Adiyas. In this Sirkazhi, Guru Linga Sagma Vadipadu will be performed by Guru Thoniappar, Lingam Brahmapureeswarar and Sattainathar Maheshwara. So, three pujas are performed in the same temple for these three levels of pujas. So, Sirkazhi, as a matter of fact, Sirkazhi is not the only name. There are 12 names for this temple. For the temple, you have 12 names. I can list out them. The 12 names have already been discussed by Deva Chekkadar in Periyapuranam also. Let me quote all the names: Brahmapuram, Venupuram, Puhali, Venguru, Thonipuram, Pundarai, Puravam, Shanbai, Kalipuram, Kochaivayam, Kajumalam, Sirapuram. These are the 12 names. Don't say that the same temple has been given 12 names. Now you can call it only as Kajumalam, Sirkazhi only you can call. But during every eons, the name will change for the same temple. That is why it has been represented by an artificial hill atop. Thonipuram. Why it is called Thonipuram? On the final day, when everything has been put under destruction, when everything would be put under destruction, this is the only temple that would be remaining without getting destroyed, and it will exist, wherein Goddess Sakti, Periyanayagi, and God Brahmapureeswarar will recreate the entire world. They will first of all create Brahma, and from him everything will be recreated. So, this is the place. The concept is, in every eons, in every eon, this temple or this place will start creating the entire world. This will be the nucleus of the creation. It has been indicated, it has been described even by Thirugnanasambandar Peruman. That is why whenever he goes to different places, he would be admiring the 12 names of this God. Please understand, the location is not mentioned by the names. The location is not mentioned by the names. The performance of the God, the performance of the God of recreation is mentioned by the particular name of the temple. So, very, very keenly understanding these 12 names, there are reasons why this place is named after this. For example, Venguru means the saint. Pugali means all the godly people will be go and surrendering with Lord Shiva because of Surabhadman. That is why it is called surrender, to be a place to be surrendered. That is why Pugali, Pugalidam. So please understand that every name has its own reason why it is named like that. Piramanur, Brahma worshipped that place and got the power of recreation. That is why every time a soul would be selected, or Brahma would be called, he would be asked to start the creation. Brahma will pay the prayers, will offer his prayers, will worship Lord Shiva and start a creation. So that is why it is called Brahmanur. Venupuram means the tree for the temple is bamboo tree. So the bamboo tree, Indran worshipped Lord Shiva in the form of bamboo because he was afraid of Surabhadman, that he would be coming and taking away. Likewise, every name has its significance and it has its own story behind the name. So the temple itself is of very, very important in significance of that this temple is responsible for recreation of the entire world, of the entire Prapancham, every time it goes under destruction. Uri, final day. Uri. Final day means Uri, what do you mean by Uri means the final day, when everything comes to a close, or we can say that everything goes into its nascent state, is it not? So everything is in nascent state, then only it comes out of the nascent state to be seen, to be felt, to be experienced, it comes. When it is in nascent state, it cannot be experienced, it cannot be seen, it cannot be felt. You understand? For example, if you take a bud of flower, when the budding stage, the smell is inside, but in the nascent state, it cannot be sensed, is it not? But once the flower blossoms, the smell comes out. Now it is being felt and experienced. So likewise, the entire world from its nascent state to an existing and experienceable state by Brahma. And that is why the Sirkazhi has its own significance of 12 names. I don't think any other city or any other town has 12 names which are affiliated to the temple. So it is the real fine significance of Sirkazhi. In Sirkazhi, once again I want to impress upon you that Sirkazhi is the place where Thirugnanasambandar Peruman, it is his birthplace. As a matter of fact, we cannot say that he was born there, because it's his state of coming is described as avataram. He comes out from the grace of Lord Shiva. So we all taking birth because of our deeds. வினைகளை அனுபவிக்க நாம் வருகிறோம். We are coming to this world to reap the harvest which you have already sowed. Is it not? But whereas Gnanasambandar Peruman has been brought to this world by Lord Shiva, because he has to lift up, liberate the souls from their miseries, leading them, showing them their right path and directing them, and also giving them the tools for getting away from the sufferings. He has offered his tools of Devaram. Devaram is the best tool he has given. If you are sincere and if you are reciting Devaram with the full sincerity and honesty, definitely we are to be blessed. That is why there are so many verses called Palandirum Padigangal. Even though I am not for it, every Padigam will be giving result. We need not say some Padigams, some sonnets, songs are result yielding, others won't be result yielding. Not like that. Every single sonnet, every single song will yield a result. The only thing is the tool is there. Of course, your sincerity and honesty should be there. Then it will be result yielding. You understand? So, Sirkazhi, the god, the Shivalingam is called the Brahmapureeswarar. Ambal, the goddess, is known as Thirugnanasambandar. Thirugnanasambandar. Here, even though this Brahmapureeswarar temple, it is known by Brahmapureeswarar temple, the Devasthanam is named after Sattainathar. Devasthanam is known as Sattainathar Devasthanam. Yes, importance has been attached to Sattainathar. Friday night 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock puja, special pujas are performed for Sattainathar. Sattainathar, you have to go some slightly up on the Gopuram. There are a narrow passage available to go and make darshan of him. So Sattainathar is a strong, powerful deity in Sirkazhi. People going over there should have darshan of Sattainathar and make prayers to him. Sattainathar Devasthanam is named after him, and the priest, when he is going to perform the puja at 9 o'clock, he will go to his house, take bath once again and come back to the temple and perform the puja, because Sattainathar, the purity and the sanctity is to be observed very, very strictly for Sattainathar. And they are observing. If you go to this temple, is under the control of Dharmayadinam. So we are very happy to go and have a darshan of Brahmapureeswarar. And we are also very happy to know that our Thirugnanasambandar recited the first song, the Tirumurai, 12 Tirumurais, starting with the first song, Thodudaiya Seviyan, came only from this temple. So Tirumurai started from here, we can say like that. Thodudaiya Seviyan vidayeri Orthuvan Madisudi Thodudaiya Seviyan vidayeri Orthuvan Madisudi Kadudaiya Sudalai padi பூசி என் உள்ளம் கவர்கள்வன் ஏடுடைய மலரான் முனைநாள் பணிந்தேத்த அருள் செய்யும் பீடுடைய பிரமாபுரம் மேவிய பெம்மான் இவனன்றே பீடுடைய பிரமாபுரம். Brahmapuram. He gives the name of Brahmapuram. So the first song refers to the temple Sirkazhi. The first talam, the first temple, the first temple to be mentioned in Tirumurai starts from Sirkazhi. Is it not a notable thing that we must consider? So, Sirkazhi, I will recommend that you must go and worship Brahmapureeswarar and Thoniappar. They were very, very kind enough and merciful. They offered us this tool of Devaram. Only from that. Even though Appar Swami had started singing in Thirugnanasambandar Virattanam, when Nambi Andar Nambi grouped under Tirumurai, he first selected this song because it was recited by Thirugnanasambandar. He was indicated, pointed out by Lord Siva as the Guru of our Saivam. He was only given the special things by Lord Siva, special things to the Muthu Pallakku, Muthu Chinnam, Muthu Kudai, all these special items. Is it not? The small cart in pearl, he was given by Lord Siva. Lord Siva indicated that he is our Guru. Indicated that he is our Guru. So, our Guru's place, our Guru started reciting Devaram only from this temple. So, it has a real significance and beautiful significance, this temple and Brahmapureeswarar. So, Brahmapureeswarar, that is why when Pandyan king requested our Thirugnanasambandar to mention his city, to mention his town, to mention his place, he started uttering all the 12 names before him. It would have been enough if he would have given only one name as Brahmapuram or Sirkazhi or something like that, Kalumalam, like that. But he quoted all the 12 places. Piramanur Venupuram Pugali Venkuru. See how much he was proud of mentioning these names. He was very much proud of this. That is why when Pandya king asked him, which one is your place, he started giving all the 12 names for his town. Piramanur Venupuram Pugali Venguru Perni Thoniappuram Mannu Puddarai Ponnam Chirapuram Puravam Shanbai Aranmannu Thankazhi Kochai Vayam Ullittu Angu Adiyaya Paramanur. You are asking my place? This is my place. Paramanur Pannirandai Nindra Thirukazhumalam Nam Paravum Ure. My place is Thirukazhumalam, but my town not only known as Thirukazhumalam, this comes through ages. My town comes through ages. No other town, no other city has a name in the previous age. Isn't that? When eons change, all towns will go to destruction. Isn't that? Nothing will be there, isn't it? Nothing will be there. But this town has a name in the last eon, the last age. Eon means Yuham. Isn't that? போன யுகத்தில் என்ன பேரு? In the last eon, Piramanur. The eon before that, Venupuram. Any other place, does it have such names stacked? No. before 12 yugams, this will be getting repeated. So every time when the 12 names when they get exhausted, once again the cycling will start from Brahmanur. So such a significance, no other town or no other place has this one. Does Pandyanadu has a town like this? No. Only Cholanadu. It's our Cholanadu. My place has its real significance. See how much he is proud of his town. The pride comes only after Lord Shiva, not of any other significance. Not of any other significance. This thing is available, that thing is available, this much of buildings are available. No, not like that. Lord Shiva starts creation by employing Brahman only in this place. So creation starts from here after every eon. So that is why he is proud of it. Piramanur Venupuram Pugali Venguru. Piramanur Venupuram Pugali Venguru Thonipuram Pundarai Sirapuram Shanbai Kari and then Karivala. See? 12 it will come. Brahman 1, Brahmanur 1, Venupuram 2, Pugali 3, Venguru 4, Thonipuram 5, Pundarai 6, Sirapuram 7, Shanbai 8, Kari 9, Kochevayam 10, where we have left one more. Piramanur 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Puravam we have left over. Piramanur 1, Venupuram 2, Pugali 3, Venguru 4, Thonipuram 5, Pundarai 6, Sirapuram 7, Puravam 8, Shanbai 9, Kari 10, and then Kochevayam 11, Karimalam 12. Puravam, Tirupuravam, Shanbai, Aranmannu Thangadi Kocheva. So these 12 names will be repeated eon after eon. Understand? So such a place that all these things, I have talked about Sattainathar, I have talked about this Thonipureeswarar, I have talked about Periyanagi, I have talked about all these things, but be aware that everything comes out of Brahmapureeswarar. He is the soul, he is the nucleus, that Shivalingam. Everything comes out of him. So wherever you admire, wherever you talk about the deed, or wherever you talk about the greatness, never forget it emerged only from Brahmapureeswarar. So the Shivalingam, Brahmapureeswarar, Lingam, the form of Lingam, Brahmapureeswarar. He is the soul, he is the main deity. Again, once again, he is the main deity for the entire complex of temple, Brahmapureeswarar. And Ambal, you just see the name Thirunilai Nayaki. So, like this, the Sirkazhi has its own significance in Saivam. Of course, we will feel comfortable if we describe these temple's features, the various aspects of temple in Tamil, because I have to find out words for equivalent for all these Tamil nascent or words. Is it not? But anyway, I am just trying to explain. Unless otherwise you go personally and visit the temple and you see by yourself with your own eyes, you may not be appreciating so many facts about the temple. We are discussing the deities here, the holy deities of Lord Shiva under the topic. We are discussing the most powerful deity is Shivalinga. Shivalinga, which you will find when you visit any temple, go to any temple. So the primary thing you must understand is, whenever you visit any temple, if you don't make a darshan of the primary deity or Shivalingam, then I do not know whether I can say that your visit is complete. I am afraid to quote that your visit is complete if you don't make a darshan of the Moolavar, the primary deity. If you make the primary deity darshan, and if it so happened that you are not able to make darshan of any other deity, no problem. Nothing is serious, because you have made the darshan of the primary deity. It is equivalent to have darshan of all the other deities. So that is why our great people, saints, will directly go to where they will come, enter into the temple, they will pay the prayer, they will pay their respect to the Gopuram, and they will get into the temple, go around it, and they will directly proceed to the main deity, Shivalingam. They won't stand anywhere else. They won't pay prayers anywhere else. They will directly go to the primary deity, which is more powerful, and as a matter of fact, it is supporting the entire temple. As a matter of fact, it is the main support of the entire temple. So that is why whenever some fame, whenever some special features are discussed about any temple, be sure that the primary deity is responsible for this. Moolavar is responsible for this. Moolavar darshanam, making darshan of Moolavar is very, very important, and that completes your darshan. That is why our people, that is why it is being placed in a special place called Karuvarai. It is placed in a special place, and Nivedanam, pujas are all performed only for him. Only after him it will be performed for any other deity. So Shivalingam is the most powerful in any temple. If you go to any temple because of its special significance, understand the special significance, and after understanding the significance, appreciate it, get yourself make darshan of the temple, go over there practically, go around the temple, but never forget that the entire concept theme is supported only by the primary deity Shivalingam. So there you stand, there you offer your prayer, there you recite the song, there you recite Thodudaiya Seviyan in Sirkazhi. You completely recite the entire Padiyam. Jnanasambandar Peruman has done number of Padiyams on various names. That means Brahmapuram, Sattainathar, Kochevayam, Thonipuram, Pundarai. Under the name of these different names of this temple, he has given different Padiyams. Under the name of Thonipuram, he has given a Padiyam. Under the name of Sirapuram, he has uttered beautiful Padiyam. That set of 10 songs is called Padiyam. And then the 11th song, giving out the details of the temple, the one who has sung, and the result that you are going to yield by chanting this song. All these things will be found in the last song called Thirugnanasambandar. You understand? So in this session, we discussed about Sirkazhi, and if I am successful, I consider I am successful. If I have created you the interest of visiting this temple and making darshan of Brahmapureeswarar. Okay, so I have given only a few details. Once you go over there, you can find practically lot of details, interesting details, and also you will get a divine experience. Don't forget to visit Thirugnanasambandar Sannidhi and go over there, make a prayer for there also, and sitting there recite the entire sonnet Thodudaiya Seviyan. Be happy, get good experience, divine experience. That would be my concluding advice. And with this, I want to conclude this session. And as a conclusion, I am just reciting the 5-letter mantra 5 times, and I expect you to chant after my recitation. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. This 5-letter mantra is very powerful, very, very powerful. Always have a practice of chanting this mantra. Whenever you feel chanting, you chant. And there is no time limit, and there is no particular period that you must chant this. All times are suitable. All times are fit for chanting this mantra. And you chant this mantra for your own protection and security, and also for the protection of your kith and kin. With this, I am just concluding this session. Once again, I am thanking the Qatar couple because they have sponsored these programs. Even though the program has been promoted under the banner of Jnanathiral, the real people behind the scene is only Qatar couple, Mrs. and Mr. Saravanan. I wish them that Lord Siva bestow upon them the healthier and wealthier life in all time to come. With this, let me leave, and we will again meet in Tirumula session at 6:30. Thank you. Thiruchitrambalam. தென்னாடுடைய சிவனே போற்றி, என் நாட்டவர்க்கும் இறைவா போற்றி, வெற்றிவேல் முருகனுக்கு அரோகரா. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம்.